The Mighty Miss.
I'm quite blown away by it. It's amazing to live in a country this big. To go from a country as big as America to the UK,
Right.
you know, where everything is smaller, the refrigerators,
Yes, the bottles of water.
The bottles of water are smaller, everything is smaller, and the country is smaller. And there's an intimacy to that that's really fascinating, and it's amazing to have lived the majority of my life in America and never seen one of the greatest rivers in the world. And it's kind of profound and a little embarrassing to like get off the plane and go, I've never seen the Mississippi. As a matter of fact, I didn't actually really know the Mississippi was in Iowa. I was like a real student. I was not like some slough off. I understood geography and stuff, but you know, I haven't seen the Grand Canyon yet. You know, it's a big country.
I don't even think I've been to Loch Ness though, and I have less excuse for not seeing Loch Ness.
People say
Probably walk
it's
there.
true. People in Scotland, fans always say to me, so what have you seen in Scotland? I'm like, my house and the studio. And any of the land in between, because that's pretty much, you know, on weekends you don't have time for anything but
to be
like.
honest, I was in Scotland before it was big, so
Yeah.
I've been kind of like a hardcore fan for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, you go to the grocery store and, you know, get your week's groceries and do all those normal things. There's not a lot of, my guess is that there are fans who have seen I know there are fans who've seen way more stuff than I ever have.
You're staying in a really lovely part of Scotland though, as well. You picked a nice spot there. That whole area, because it's like,
Sure.
is it Perthshire or is it Stirlingshire, Perthshire?
It's Perthshire.
Yeah, okay. It's sort of the heart of the Highlands, the doorway to the Highlands.
The doorway to the Highlands, yes.
So it's kind of, it's not too extreme, but it's
No,
still
and
quite-
it's amazing. When I first moved there, I lived in Glasgow, and I was there for about, I don't know, maybe a month or something, and I was living in this gorgeous apartment. I mean, it was tricked out, it was amazing, and I looked around one day and I went, well, if I were a young graphic designer, this would be the perfect place for me. But I could be anywhere. I could be in New York, I could be in LA, I could be any place, and if I'm gonna be in Scotland, I'm gonna be in Scotland. So then I went to location one day. It was like the first day of shooting. We were shooting it at the castle.
Oh, right.
And I looked around and went, why can't I live here? If I lived here, I'd be really happy.
Yeah.
And I went to Hugh, the location manager. I said, is there anything for rent? And he said, that house over there. And so I now live in a 700-year-old house with secret passageways, and if you pull down the wall sconce, the secret doorway opens up, and stone passages lead from one end of the house to the other. And it was a Jacobite. It's Lollyrock. It was a Jacobite stronghold, and so it's
700
you've been
years
there.
old,
It's
though.
700 years old.
So quite a new build then.
Quite a new building. Quite a new building. Ron always says, it's older than, this kitchen is older than America.
Mm.
You know, and it's really profound, and it's a hell of an adventure. There's bats, and there's my kids are convinced the dining room is haunted, which I no doubt it is. Every once in a while I think about how many people have died in that house. And it's so staggering that, it would have to have ghosts, right?
There's bound to be a collection of atrocities that have occurred.
Well, there is a dungeon.
Yeah.
There's a dungeon with a hook.
No, I'm not joking.
Did you go in there?
No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't?
see
Yeah,
it,
there's a
no.
dungeon in that house. So you just kind of overlook all that and carry on. When I rented the house, the realtor said, "You're not going to be afraid living here alone." And I was like, "Should I be?" And I lock all the doors, and Ron goes, "Where do you think you are? You're out in the country in
Who could
Scotland."
be bothered to
You
go
get-
to your house to rob it?
Glasgow's right there.
Such a walk.
It's such a walk. It's true, but it's great. It's really, it's quite amazing.
Yeah.
We've had a couple good parties there.
Yes. In fact, actually, that was when you were talking about when was the last time I saw you.
That's not the last time you saw me.
I
That's
know
like
it's
3
not the
years
last time I saw you,
ago.
but I do remember there was the
You remember
thing
that party?
last summer when I was saying, I remember that part, yeah, some of it. But I just remember leaving, I was about to leave in a car, and you were like, "You're leaving, do you want to take a drink with you?" And I'm just producing 2 bottles of wine from my pockets and going, "It's okay, Terry."
But those my bottles of wine you stole?
No, you were like, you were trying
I was handing them out?
Yeah, you were trying to encourage me to take a drink with me.
Yeah, I probably was. That's true. No, that was the night before the stag.
Oh, that was, the Ron's birthday. That was great. I felt like you really got into the spirit of things there by burning a wicker stag. It was a
Always
fantastic
go
party.
small. That's right. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we riffed a bit.
So pre-ramble is
Yes.
over.
I think we're all happy to hear you ramble. I don't think anybody's going to object.
Last time I
saw you rambling at the bar in London.
Oh, that was a great night.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I had fun then.
I think you stayed up about 5 hours past.
I had
I
1
went
hour
to bed.
sleep that night.
Right.
1 hour.
It's good for you.
It was a shame, you know what? But like I'm a professional, and I still, you know, I still do my job and insist on it. But there was a point where we were signing stuff, and somebody came up and they very kindly got me a present, and I just went, "Oh, thanks very much." I just like I felt like such a dick.
Yeah. And they probably thought the same.
Yeah, so yeah, but I'm a little bit more.
Well, you're a parent of a young child, so you're used to not having sleep.
I'm
And
used
if
to
you
not
combine
having
that with
sleep,
alcohol, it's always good.
Yeah. But it was a fun night as well, and it was people at London were
Yeah.
one of the nicest things about things like this is you get to sort of have an opportunity to meet people and get to know them, and they're, you know, they're a lot of fun as well. There's a lot of nutters. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
really are.
like good kind of
But
numbers,
really
yeah.
good. Like I was talking to Gary, our production designer, on the phone this morning, and he says, "How was it?" And I went, "It's great. It's really great. They're all crazy." He said, "You mean like good crazy or crazy crazy?" And I'm like, "Probably both, but
It's like focused, high energy, that kind of thing.
yeah, it's I said it's love, you know. So it's been quite remarkable. It's an amazing fandom.
Mhm.